Good morning, YouTube. How are we all? It's Saturday morning, it's bank holiday weekend, and it's coffee break time. It's about 9:30 in the morning on Saturday. I don't know why I'm so perky. I've been up for, it was 9:30, I've been up for 3 hours already, because I've got another event today. Bank holiday weekend. Bank holiday weekend's actually pretty cool for me because I don't get a day off like a long weekend. I get extra bookings because people book me on Sundays for barbecues, especially if the weather stays like this. Can you see that? Hardly a cloud in the sky. So, what we're chatting about today? Well, just thought I'd do a little vlog today because today, nearly, where are we? The end of April, I've forgotten the date, but today is my last ever pay bar booking. Cash bar, pay bar, whatever you want to call it. It's my last ever event where I'm going to rock up and charge people for drinks. And there's a whole reason behind that, and I just want to sort of talk to you today about it and why I took that decision. I took this decision actually over a year ago, and it's taken, where are we? It's taken about 16 months or so to actually sort of completely and utterly change what I do. But so the business has been going nearly 5 years. And during that time, to get me off the ground, I kind of started taking pay bars for weddings. So, you know, you'd rock up, you'd set a whole bar, beers, the works, cocktails, wines, all that kind of stuff. Basically just to get myself going. And it wasn't the intention. I always wanted to set up a mobile cocktail bar. But to get the bookings in, people were booking me for weddings and stuff like that. And, you know, the 120s, 150s, 180 people. And I thought that was pretty cool at the time, and for the first sort of 3 years of my business I kept doing that. I've got to put my coffee down because my arm's aching a little bit. I need to buy a selfie stick to do these. There we go, swap hands. So 3 years I've been doing these pay bars and stuff like that, but what I actually realised about 18 months ago that while the turnover was getting good, you know, I've never had dreams of growing my business super huge or anything like that. Memories are more important to me than zeros at the end of my bank balance. And while the turnover was getting huge and huge, I never actually cottoned on that my profit was actually bugger all. Absolutely bugger all. While you're doing events for, especially weddings, while you're doing events for sort of 120, 150 people, and you're not regularly doing pay bars, so you're not doing 2-3 a week sort of thing, it's a real struggle to make them work. And I didn't realise that. I just kept seeing the turnover sort of creep up, almost to the point of registering for VAT. You know, £78,000 turnover. You know, that's pretty. When you're working 2 days a week, like physically doing events 2 days a week, that's pretty damn good. But profit, bugger all. If you're working in percentages wise, profit was 10. I think I looked, when I looked sort of a year ago, I think it was about 13% GP, which is absolutely crazy. And this is the reason. Let me show you. Let me show you down here. Look, can you see all this down here? This is kind of what I have to go through for a pay bar. You know, you have to rock up fully equipped. You have to rock up with your beer, your cider, your wine, your champagne, your bubbly, prosecco, all kinds of different spirits, your Baileys, even sherry at some points. You have to kind of come there because, you know, you need to try and make as much money as possible to make it worthwhile. You can't just rock up. And if you're like me and you don't try and do things properly, you know, you're not just going to rock up with a single vodka and a gin, a whiskey and brandy and all that, and maybe Coke, Diet Coke. You know, that's not how you roll in this day and age. That's not how I've built my reputation up. My reputation is all about going the extra mile and creating amazing drinks. So I've already been to the cash and carry this morning to stock up, and this is the thing. Cash flow for pay bars is absolutely, it cripples you, because I've just spent the best part of 600-700 quid this morning on all the beers and all that. And the event, I think, is for about 135 people tonight. And it's a party. It's not a wedding, it's a party, which will mean, you know, I used to take more money in 3 to 4 hours on a party than I ever did on weddings, where I would be there literally all day, serving from 2 in the afternoon right through to midnight. I would take double at a party. I could have less amount of people, half the amount of people, and take double the amount of money. But you know, when weddings book you up 18 months in advance, a year, 12 months to 18 months in advance. So I was taking all these wedding bookings, and it's taken me 18 months or so, or where are we, 16 months to actually get rid of the pay bars. When I took that decision, when I got a piece of software called Xero, go and Google Nikki Butlin, Athena Business Services up in Kings Lynn. She'll hook you up with Xero. Xero has been brilliant at getting to know my numbers, getting to know my profit, my loss, my GP, all that kind of stuff. It's so vitally important, because when you just see your bank balance, when you don't have all this stuff in place, you kind of just think, oh, you know, see these zeros. Like tonight, I could be taking, I don't know, I could be taking £2,000-3,000 tonight. But when you kind of look at what I've spent out, and then staff wages and all that kind of stuff, there's no money in it. There is absolutely no money in it. My best hope is to get them all on Jaeger bombs, sort of early doors, and then just get them spending after that, because there's generally no money in pay bars. And this is the other thing as well. You know, you have to, as I touched on earlier, you have to kind of stock up. So you have to have plenty of beer. You have to have plenty of bubbly. To cover all the scenarios, to cover all the bases. It's completely different to what I do now, which is the all-inclusive bars, pay for up front. I know exactly how many cocktails I'm going to make. I know exactly how many bottles of vodka, how many bottles of Absolute Vanilla I'm going to need for pornstar martinis, how many Havana 3-year-old bottles I'm going to need for mojitos, how many bunches of mint I'm going to need for mojitos. I can predict all that now with what I do now, all-inclusive stuff. You can't predict that with pay bars. So yeah, it's the end of an era. I'm really happy. It's a party tonight, so I'm happy. I think it's a birthday party, 40th birthday party, I think it is tonight. I'm really happy to go out on a party like this, but this is a big day for me, because nearly 5 years in business, it's finally sort of turning around. It's I'm now having the lifestyle that I love. I would say normally every Sunday off, but obviously bank holiday Sunday tomorrow, I'm out working again, 3 events in 3 days. So yeah, no breakfast for Mummy Barman tomorrow, unfortunately. Sorry, Mother Barman, but there we go. Got to go out and earn a crust. I'll take you out Monday instead, if I'm not cleaning down. But so yeah, so that's people often ask me, you know, how the hell can't you make pay bars work? And you can. There's some brilliant companies out there. I'm going to name drop a couple in Cambridgeshire. If you want a pay bar for a wedding, I've never met him, but go and see Mr. Andy Crunch at Banquet Inns. They've got a brilliant reputation going on. And I'm trying to meet up with them as well. Cambridge Event Bars, which used to be Nick's Mobile Bars as well in Cambridge. They're the guys that you want to do your big pay bars, your weddings and all that kind of stuff. Go and search them out. I'm more about your house parties, all that kind of stuff. I love house parties. I love bookings 20, 30, 40 people. Here's the thing. Oh, I'm getting all excited now. Here's the thing, right? So when I do pay bars, it's pretty much head down, serve. No customer interaction at all. Maybe a little bit of banter when it gets quieter at the end of the night. But certainly when you know, when it comes down, when they all pile in at you at 7:30, 8:30, you know, you don't, it's not like a pub where you kind of get trickles of people in, or a bar, you know, like one person at sort of 8:35 and then a couple of people at 8:45 sort of thing. You get hit by 100 people at boom, straight away. And this is completely different. So it's head down serving. The reason why I love the smaller parties, the 20s, the 30s, the 40s. Yes, 9 times out of 10 it's just me. Alistair does sometimes come with me for 50s and 60s. I think he's with me again. He's with me tonight, obviously, but I think he's with me again in a couple of weeks. But you get a chance to interact. I mean, I get so many repeat bookings now, or bookings from people that were at those parties, that I've never had in the first 4 years. I've got 2, maybe 3 regular repeat bookings that I get as a business, and again they came from all inclusives. And tonight, actually, to be fair, tonight actually came from a party I did 2015. Mr. Miles Cotman, if you remember Mr. Miles Cotman, if you're watching this, yeah, these guys booked me because I did your birthday party a couple of years ago. So yeah, that's the story. That's why I'm waffling on. But I like these vlogs. I like these. I'm going to carry on. I'm probably going to do a little bit more tonight and then going to edit it together. But I'm just having a coffee. And I'm just going to load all this, sort all this. Because it takes, this is the other thing, it takes about 2 hours to turn all that, not the white bar, we're not using the white bar tonight. It takes a couple of hours to actually turn up at an event and turn it into an amazing bar. And I'm going to show you that later. So I'm going to sign off, I'm going to crack on. Otherwise it'll be 12 o'clock because I'm still here and I've got to be on the road. So that's me for now. I'll do another little vlog post later. And show you the bar and all that, and show you actually what we do for pay bars. But as I say, I'm giving them a shout out. If you want a pay bar, if you've got an event for over 100 people and you want your guests to pay for their own drinks, go and see you're in Cambridgeshire, go and see Andy Crouch at Banquet Inns, go and see Cambridge Event Bars. I'm sure they would love to help you out, because quite frankly, I don't want them anymore. I don't like them, I don't enjoy them, it's not what I'm about. I'm all about mobile cocktail bars, I'm all about mobile gin bars. I love all that stuff, and I'm all about events up to 50 people. It's taken me 5 years, but I've niched, and I can turn away bookings now. How cool is that? I can say, no, I don't want to do that booking. I would love to work with you. Simple as that. Couldn't do that in the first sort of 3-4 years, but now I can. So that's me for now. I will catch you in a few hours. Cheers. Evening folks, so I've just got to tonight's venue. What I forgot to do before I normally get here is I wanted to show you what we basically do when we set up. So the bar unit's already in. See that behind here? So I just wanted to quickly show you the before picture of what we do, because when we get everything set up, people normally think it's a real bar and it's there 24/7, and it's not. We set it up. So that's what it's going to look like. We're steadily bringing stuff in. It's about 5 o'clock. We'll get set up, but yeah, that's the start of it. So we turn empty shells into bars. It's going to be cool, LEDs and everything. So I'll catch you a bit later. So just quickly moving on from the last video where you saw us just rocking up and an empty bar, an empty hall sort of thing. I forgot to quickly do a video before there was anything in there, but you saw it blank. Well, that was about 5 o'clock. Now it's about 6:45, 10 to 7 time. We're all ready to see. Can you see our shirts? How awesome are that? That's staff uniform. We like to do things a bit differently. So just go inside the hall, and Alistair Barman's there, look, in all his glory, about to have a fag. We've got Elvis in the house. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So we're all set up, and this is what we do. How cool is that? So completely different to when you first came in. You see that? That's all the menus. That's all the bar. So it's really cool. So it's a big shame that it's our last pay bar tonight. But well, times change. Things move on. It doesn't make us any money as a business. So this is why we took the decision to not take pay bars anymore. So this is the last one. It's been booked for a good 6 months or so at least. But yeah, so it's an end of an era. But this is what we kind of do. You see all that? I'll come behind there. There's no draft beer tonight because obviously not doing pay bars. I haven't bothered with draft beer at all. So we just got bottled beers tonight, which are all chilling just down there. Can you see that? But this is what we get. This is what we get up to. So that's behind the bar. Look, you see all the fruit and all that. And then we've got our back bar. So we've got gins. So we're just rocking out a small gin bar tonight. 6 different gins up there, 7 different gins. Your Martin Millers, your Warner Edwards, Hendricks, Adnams up there, forgotten what the other one is, and all that. Speed rail down there, can we see it? There it is. It's all our pouring spirits, so Havana 3-year-olds, Absolute, all that kind of stuff. And we've got a price list, and then we've got our 2 menus. There we go, see that? So our gin menu and our cocktail menu. So pretty simple. As I say, it's the 50th birthday party tonight. It's kicking off in about 10 minutes time apparently. People are supposed to be arriving at 7, but we know full well people will get here for 7:45, 8 o'clock. and then it'll go on to the early hours. So that's me for now. Alistair's just gone outside, have a fag. We're all set up, we're all uniformed up. I've got my coffee, all the fruit is chopped, everything's prepped. So I shall sign off and I shall see you later. So it's halfway through the night, don't know whether you can hear me. We've got a very random band going on tonight. Listen to this. They're so good. Everyone's gone outside. I don't know, it's pitch black outside. You're probably guessing it's very early in the morning. It's just after 2:20. I've just got back to the unit. I've already dumped a little bit of stuff in the car, ice and fruit and all that to go in the fridge. Or in the freezer for tomorrow, the ice and stuff like that. So yeah, that's it. Pay bars all done and dusted. Wasn't a bad night tonight, to be fair. A few people didn't turn up. Not many cocktails done, not many spirits done. It's all beer and wine and bubbly. So yeah, that's it. That's the end of the era. That's why I've stopped doing the pay bars, because you just can't make money out of them. It's all about the all-inclusives. It's all about being paid up front. So yeah, happy days. So I'm off home now. By the time I get done and get into bed, it's going to be well after 3 o'clock, and I've got another event to do tomorrow as it's bank holiday weekend. So Sunday, extra trading day for me. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed today's vlog. Probably going to be about 15 minutes or so by the time it's all edited, but that's us. That's the first pay bars all done and dusted. So might do one of these tomorrow, I might not, depending how grumpy I am in the morning when I have to get up, which is gonna be about 5 hours from now. I'm gonna have to get up, so I shall catch you soon. I'm off home to bed. Good night.